Previously on SkyBound SMP.
I think this is a nice place to have landed. Well, my name is Virgil. This
Such
is my
fun
brother,
names.
Pietro.
So no one around here has been here very long?
Hi, my name is Rune.
Hi, I'm Ash.
I'm Sylph. Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm
Hi,
Marcella.
hello.
This is Erin.
You said your name is Virgil, yes?
Yes, that's correct. I don't think you gave me yours.
I didn't offer it. But it's vast.
They must not be in a very talkative mood.
What do you mean? They're yelling at me.
No, they're chirping, but they're not saying words. Can you hear them?
Yes, I can.
Wait, you can understand Jade?
Yes, you cannot. I thought you could understand magpies.
We're going to build another library.
It is a pleasure to meet you. Welcome to the library.
Do you guys have
hello.
books?
You guys seem to have done a few things to the library.
Yes,
Oh,
I
goodness.
have not had a violin in so long, Pietro.
I do not sleep often, and it is starting to take a toll on my health.
But you've been doing all right though. Feathers. Quite a bit of them.
When I get particularly stressed or focused, I pick at them, pluck at them.
Please don't tell me you sleep under a
I
desk.
have been attempting to research the, I suppose, inherent, more magical nature of avians and the islands themselves.
The whole thing is that, like, I travel and make maps of stuff, just of the islands before they, like, disappear.
There is a strange pattern with the islands and the way that they collapse. It was research that Pietro and I's mentor once looked into it.
We can still continue looking for Giovanni.
Yes, for sure.
There's a biome just over yonder where the amethyst grows out the ground, and I think all of that comes together. It's a very magical area.
These crystals, which seem to grow out of the ground itself, it unnerves me, to be quite frank. Vast and they're magpies that do not seem to speak. That perhaps I can coax some growth out of this amethyst crystal while I'm here. Check on
The fact that they have grown so much here in the office seems to imply that the crystals themselves are carrying a level of magic.
Maybe another research you can do is try to see if you take an amethyst crystal or something from one of the geodes, if it's a different growth.
That flight crystals also carry some level of magic in them.
Would you have anything about the old world? What are you researching?
The way magic was almost inherently tied to the old world.
However, it seems there may have been some permanent monuments constructed after all, likely by the remaining sorcerers of occult orders. Appeared to be obelisks or spires. Structures channeling magic. That's not how magic works.
If structures like this did exist and may still exist, it could be a reason that certain areas have dwindling levels of magic.
In the same way copper, quartz, and wool conduct redstone, several materials can do the same for magic. A wide variety of crystals are one of the most common conduits of the arcane.
Something about the crystalline structure of its development does seem to channel magic.
And you believe everything you read in a book?
Good morning, Dust Bunnies. It has been a moment. I feel I have not heard those. You around for a little bit. I have been busy. I've been filling out the space. It is so much more cozy now. It is very enjoyable to be around, and I have oh god. Jeez. Oh god. Gosh. Okay. That is certainly becoming a bit of a problem. Yes, I think that perhaps I do need to start taking better care of this element as it goes along. It is becoming a bit of a hassle, and I am honestly beginning to wonder if it is more dangerous than I anticipated. Perhaps some kind of containment unit might be needed to keep things together. I should look for a geode sample, like Erin suggested. Yeah, I should do that. Of course, I suppose I do not actually know where any geodes are, but I could I mean, it's possible Petra may know, but she is away, and Marcel might. But I do not particularly want to bother him. I suppose I could ask Erin. Erin is the one who suggested it, so it is understandable that she may know where some geodes are. I could... Yeah, I suppose I could go and see Erin. I hope that she's not busy. Certainly, I know that people have been preoccupied of late. Okay, yes, let me see if I actually remember the way to Erin's home. I've been told while I am here, I suppose, I must investigate this door that things. I have been told so much. Oh, this is magnificent. This is wonderful. Hello, Milo. Good evening, sir. So plus, can you... Okay. You seem like a wonderful, you seem like a wonderful chap, yes. Well, I will be off now. I simply wanted to investigate this door that dings. It was a pleasure, Milo. Yes, I'll be back. Perhaps. I don't entirely know what you sell here, but I will be back, yes. Okay, goodbye. Oh, Erin, hello. Hello, do not...
Hi.
Yeah, fine. Hello. Oh, please excuse me. I am,
Are you good?
hello. I am almost, dead. I am... Hello.
I don't have much of food, but
No, I have plenty
some
of food. It's
stuff
okay.
that
I might just
help.
need a moment to recuperate. I kind of hit the... I got tangled in the vines.
Yeah,
Hello.
they were more for aesthetic, but hopefully they broke your fall.
Yes, it's not so much broke my fall as opposed to breaking my collision with the cliffside, but it
I'm glad for that at least.
Yes. How are you? Sorry, let me gather myself while I recuperate.
Doing pretty okay. I've been making a bit of a farm and trying to see if I can get the watercolors down, but with not much success, unfortunately.
Well, if you do get it done, we do still have that section of the library, I suppose, open for a painting studio. It has been we decorated. Oh, I decorated it, but yes, well, if you would like, there's a space for it.
I definitely like it, but for it to actually be a painting section, maybe actually getting some paint would be good, and that's
yes,
what I've been.
Would be quite necessary. Yes.
Yeah, it's what I've been trying to get my finger on. It's not as easy as it sounds. It's
Yes,
I'm trying to get the right concentration and not being too liquid, and just not being too solid to be able to stick on the page, but still disperse a little bit. And it's
I can imagine the pigmentation to viscosity would be quite difficult to achieve at times, based on the materials being used.
Did you come here for a cup of tea?
Oh yes, I mean I would love a cup of tea if there is tea. I have heard that there has been tea made in the general area. Everyone's inventing new drinks, apparently.
Well, tea has been around for quite a while.
Well, yes, I suppose that's true. Tea has been around for a while, and it seems like coffee has as well. But in the area, it is people are introducing them to the sort of the area a lot recently.
If you want a bit of a tea, then it's a little above.
Oh, yes, I will. I am. Actually, I came by here a little while ago. The last time we spoke, we talked about looking for some amethyst geodes to sort of get a sample compared to the magical magical sample that I have back home, and I was wondering, did you happen to know where any might be?
I did get a few of these. I know Rune got a few of the crystals, but I got a few myself, and I know what kind of two are.
Would you get to accompany me to perhaps one of these geodes so that I could procure a sample after some tea, of course. There's
Sure. Let me just try to get a little bit of more food just in case.
Yes, of course.
Why these
I do
these
have
pelicans
something.
keep
They are
laying eggs, and it's
everywhere.
insane.
Do you also have a pelican problem? There's one. Pietro keeps one in her office, and it is. I don't know. There's something about it. Anyway, yes. There are birds all over the place in my home. It is.
Sorry if it's not my question to ask, but you said Pietro was your brother, right?
Yes. Yes, brother.
But you also seem to use she.
Oh,
pronouns?
Pietro uses all any pronouns. Yes.
Good to know. I
He-
don't think I've
He, she,
ever
they.
asked.
Oh, yes, that is. I feel. Yes, I don't know if we have. Pietro is he, she, they. I am he, they. I don't believe I have asked yours.
I use feminine ones, she and her. I haven't really
Nothing
tried the
done.
other ones.
That is fair enough.
Yes. If you want some tea or maybe a little bit of snack on the road, in the barrel there
Yes,
are
I
a
would.
few. I would
Ooh.
ask that you not eat the sugar alone.
Okay. Is that an
We-
issue
I like-
that has been happening frequently, or
Sylph, if you
that
know
tracks?
them.
Yes, from the few interactions that we've had together, that does seem plausible.
Do you have possibly a bit of armor?
Not on me, but I could get some if you think that we may. need
It's
some.
just depending on which geode we try to get. The area isn't quite lit up much, so just in case. I do have some extra at my.
If you have some extra,
Yeah.
or even just a shield, I feel as though I should be fine.
I can definitely make you one.
Yes, if
I
you
don't know
would,
if I.
be very appreciative.
I don't have iron. Maybe a little flight towards my home might help a bit.
I will admit that normally I rely on Pietro for the procuring of armor. He is much better at the fighting and actual hard labor of mining than I am.
So just a shield?
That should be plenty. Yes, I feel.
No.
Perhaps I
So-
hit my head a little bit harder on the cliffside than I realized.
Yeah. Sure, you're okay.
But yes, I am fine. Oh, thank you. Yes.
Just in case, you don't have to wear them if
No,
you don't want to.
But one is better to be safe than sorry, I think.
Alright. Then, in that case, I think it's pretty much just that direction and maybe getting a bit of more flight crystals. Do you have enough?
Yes, I should have plenty. I have been collecting up some feathers recently and have stockpiling them for use and analysis for various experiments. But yes, I have plenty.
I think I'm gonna keep some essence on me just in case I'm having a bad day with my crystals.
Is everything okay?
I don't know exactly. I haven't exactly figured out why, but I know most people are able to make a stack with their flight feathers. But
Yes.
depending on the day, I can make maybe with one feather, maybe like between 3 and 12.
Oh, that is
But-
interesting. I I've not spoken to many people where that has been the case.
It depends on the day. I might be because they're older feathers. Maybe the newer ones are slightly more potent. But
Yes, perhaps that.
ready to fly?
Yes, yes, of course, if you are. Lead the way.
So, it is slightly past the drier biome
See.
and kind of a stony and snowy shore. Shouldn't
Yes.
be too far.
Yes, I believe I can see. Yes.
Snow. Yes. Slightly over until we see the not ironically enough, the amethyst rainforests don't have amethyst in them, but once you get there, you kind of just dive at before the cherry blossoms, and you can get here.
I see it's sorry, I'm taking a moment for my eyes to adjust.
I don't know if you see both of them. I'm gonna try to light the one that is on the lower island with quite a few mobs.
This may surprise you, considering that the ravens are actually quite good flyers and often capable of flying upside down. I am not the best in the air. I
You could fly.
suppose.
Wait, ravens, or possibly you could fly upside down?
Ravens can, and I suppose theoretically I could teach myself to fly upside down. I have not tried, as I have not had particular luck flying right way up at any point in my life either.
No, don't try to
You
fly
have a-
directly up. It's always a bad idea.
An
It's always
arrow,
better to kind of go in
unfortunately,
at an
lodged in
angle.
Yes, it is. Flying at that particular angle is not exactly the most helpful, but yes.
So there's one kind of directly down there,
Ah, yes, I
but
can
there
see.
should be one also kind of right under here. You can kind of
see.
see it if you go over here. Might
Oh,
we
yes,
go
I
down
can
to try to go down to this one?
Yes, I
feel
suppose
like
this one is the closest, technically.
technically the closest. And
And
if
we're
we
sitting at-
can't exactly manage to fly into it, we can definitely mine into it.
Yes, exactly. It is. I mean, I suppose getting a sample from both would be advantageous, and if I try not to fall through the
Hmm.
floor
But
here.
definitely we can use the calcite and basalt to make a
Yes,
little bit of a...
so.
Do you need more of the, like, crystal clusters?
The- Yes, the crystal clusters tend to provide more shards that I can easily grow and replicate in the lab environment.
So,
I would like to potentially compare them to the samples that I gathered from a nearby location that kind of growing out of the ground. In fact, I could
fair enough. How was
potentially
your
once more.
crystal growing collection have been?
It's getting a little bit out of control, honestly. I do need to look into maybe designing some kind of containment. Oh, sorry, watch out. Yes, design some kind of glass containment potentially for the crystals. They seem to like growing all up the walls and along the floor and the ceiling. It is, I think, something about where they're growing from. Actually, now that I think about it, potentially I should
Maybe
get some
would it have a
crystals.
difference with the altitude as well? Because I know your library is
Yes.
on, like, one of the most upper worlds.
It could potentially, but I'm not sure. There's something about the particular crystals from that area. They grow out of the ground. I suppose I could always show you the area if you would like, and I can theoretically get some more samples. I suppose that the ones that I have back at the library have been just sort of growing from themselves.
I'm
They're not
sorry,
actually a pure sample. Sorry.
It's a little more difficult to listen to your conversation when you're literally killing mobs with a violin.
I'm sorry. I have been practicing. It is a.
No, please, I'm not gonna lie. The fact that you're actually able to do that with a violin is actually fucking incredible.
Thank you. I am very proud. I've been
What the
practicing,
fuck?
and I can sort of I'm getting better at it. I'm not exactly the best shot, but
I don't know if you can. I would love for you to try to teach me that. It's fantastic.
I will have to sometime. If I can find you another violin, I would love to teach you the ways of using it for.
I will learn to craft a violin simply for the fact
it is a.
to be able to shoot with one.
You could call it a violin.
Violin.
Yes, if you would like to join me, I could potentially do some more crystals from that initial sample area once we're done sort of gathering these here. It's not too far from sort of general spawn village area, I suppose.
Where did you get them again?
This is just sort of just past Rune's house, I suppose. There's a sort of strange biome over there. I know that Marcel has maps of the area in a more in-depth name, and I can't remember the name of the biome itself, but it's near Vast House, I suppose, in that general area. I can show you if you would like the.
Would you like to try and see if we can get a bit more samples down there?
Yes, from down there. That would be quite useful to have a various different samples. This may also help prove out. I will not let me fly back up. There we go. This is what I mean about my flying skills not being particularly great.
Are you okay?
I have wondered if at times as a small child before I was found by Pietro, I suffered some sort of accident to my wings that have made me a little bit uneven in the air, but it is speculation, I suppose.
Is that the first time you went so close to the void, though?
No, I suppose I have fallen quite close to the void on occasion. I don't particularly enjoy it, but
because I know whatever destroyed the islands in the first place is magic, and I heard that those who got too close were never quite. We were a little bit weirder, at least. So be careful.
I don't know if I have heard that before, but I certainly will. Yes, thank you. I suppose
I know
most of the time falling, I have had my older brother to pull me back up before I fall too low, but wither in what way, if I may ask?
I haven't really seen it myself. It's more my memory really isn't great, but I know that magic can be very unstable if you don't put the right limitations on it, and those who mess with it without knowing how to, it often does not end well. So, kind of us avians having magic in us to be able to fly, interacting with magic below doesn't exactly mix well. I think it's somewhat close to like trying to mix what's the word? oil in water?
Yes, I can imagine it's naturally repellent, I suppose. Like trying to push two magnets together.
Exactly. But
It is a curious and dangerous thing, magic. It is
but hopefully, if the magic of the void is spreading, maybe it will have been imbued in these ones.
yes.
I
Hopefully.
turned around for like 3 seconds and you disappeared.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm just behind you.
Where did you go?
I'm here. I'm by the mouth of the geode.
But yes, I'm glad I had more than enough torches.
Yes,
To
it is
go
quite dark and uninhabited down here.
Did you need some of the like fully formed amethyst pieces as well? Or mostly just the shards?
Well, I suppose either would be useful. I can typically grow a cluster of amethyst from a shard using some mostly chemical properties to kind of extrapolate. The way the crystals grow, they're actually quite fascinating. It is a wonderful example of the way that life and cells can transfer and replicate. I mean, crystals are in their own weird scientific way almost alive in the replication of structural properties, I suppose. But it is yes, well, clusters are useful, but I can typically grow them from the shards themselves.
I never thought about crystals that way. The most I've held, honestly, are the one I have around my neck and the flake crystals, obviously.
The crystal around your neck, what is it? If you don't mind me asking, the type of crystal.
Honestly wish I could tell you. I'm the only person I've seen who could possibly know if it is vast, and he was a little more than just vague about it.
Yes, he has a habit of doing that and skirting around things, I suppose.
Yeah.
But if you are ever comfortable with it, I would be happy to look into the crystal and try and I don't know, I suppose I identify it or get some understanding of its structural growth. It is
Maybe sometime soon.
Yes.
Once I hear about your investigation about these crystals.
Yes, I suppose it's
I just
it's becoming very
wouldn't want
crystal focused.
I just wouldn't want it to break. That's all.
Yes, no, I understand. It is things like that are quite precious and valuable. I don't want to rob you of it in any way.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna pick up a few. I have some amethyst buds, some clusters, two and a half stacks of shards.
Oh, that is far more than I have gathered.
Yeah, I'm used to going down on the lower islands and ruins, and a lot of people keep a lot of their stuff down there.
So I suppose I am quite the opposite. It is very rare that
I'm a bit of a collectioner. But maybe you can tell me what you were saying once we get out of here. I think I can hear a few zombies trying to get back
Yes,
around.
certainly trying to get in here.
Just
Sorry,
be careful.
yes, I'm careful. We don't want to get too close to the void here.
Meet you at the amethyst rainforest so we can head back.
Yes, it sounds like a plan.
Do try to be careful, especially around the void. And if maybe try to have a bit of a flight partner as well if you're going out and being over
Yes.
nothing.
Well, I suppose it is sort of the role that you are filling here. A flight partner of sorts.
If we ready to head back?
Yes, of course. Lead the way, I suppose.
You said
Sorry.
there was another place you wanted to investigate.
Yes, I suppose we'll keep going in this direction. We'll probably end up there. As I said, it's not too far from
No, it's
general area.
straight direction forward. Then we should head
Yes.
back towards the little settlement.
Yes, just
I don't-
past this now.
I don't know if the settlement has a name, but that does remind me of something. Have you and Pietro come up with a name for your library?
Oh, yes, I suppose we have. We haven't really gotten a chance to put up signage for it or tell anyone, but the Peregrine Library is what we're currently thinking. Well, I suppose it's what we landed on, but yes, Peregrine Library, like the Falcon.
That's
But,
I told him to keep his fucking magpies. Sorry, you wanted to go somewhere?
yeah, yes, just further this way, just past some of the buildings. Sorry, Bob, what were you saying about the magpies?
It's not much. Probably just my paranoia. I lost you again.
Oh, sorry, I'm
You
over
were, like solo.
just beyond the ruined house. There's a staircase down towards,
I see you.
I suppose, towards Vast's house. If it's alright, I might not fly around here. Just while we're this close. But the magpies you were saying, the paranoia. Yes, I don't. Sorry, this is the biome where I got the initial sample, which is growing out of control. You can see them over here just by this tree. They're growing out of the ground, sort of absent of calcite or other crystalline structures. It's curious.
I've seen some of these biomes before, but I never thought to investigate. I'm
Sorry,
guessing that's Vast's house?
Yes, I believe so. They became quite defensive the first time we met. I sort of accidentally stumbled upon it. I'm gonna grab some of these actually, I think. And hope that there are.
Defensive would have been better than whatever first interaction I had with him.
Was your interaction also less than pleasant, imagining?
I think less than pleasant is a it's a positive way to talk about it.
It's certainly not exactly someone I particularly want to have find me sneaking around their house stealing crystals from their lawn.
And Doesn't seem to be much of a big biome, so unless you want to go and use some crystals and fly a bit,
I've grabbed one or two samples. Sorry, I'm looking out for the magpies. I
was gonna say there's for a bunch of magpies that seem to stick to him quite a bit. There must not be home then.
This is going to sound.
Like there's a magpie glaring at me
Oh,
from somewhere, possibly in the trees.
I see.
I'm glad to know I'm not the only one unsettled by.
No, you also find them,
especially his magpies,
settling. That I can't talk to them. My entire life, I have been able to talk to corvids, mostly crows and ravens. That makes sense. That is the kind of avian that I am.
Do you wanna
magpies?
Do you wanna have this conversation? Maybe.
Yes, perhaps somewhere else. Would you like to come back to the library? Actually, I can.
Gladly.
I feel as though
anywhere that isn't surrounded by magpies is good with me.
Yes, exactly. I might just back this way. There's something about vast magpies that I don't understand.
I'm glad to know I'm not the only one who.
I know you're not exactly a fan of the glass floor. If you would like to come upstairs.
I came here a few times. I'm slowly but surely getting used to it. I'm even made a swing at my little tea area, or tea time as Rune and Sylph like to call it as well. But I made a swing on some glass, and it took a while to get used to it, but it's quite fun to just rest your wings but still feel like you're in the sky.
Yes, exactly. Yes, I agree. So yes, what were we talking about before we sort of to leave?
Vash being weird and you not being able to speak to their magpies.
Yes, I have always been able to talk to magpies to some extent, but when I first met him, I could not. I assumed perhaps that maybe it had simply been a while and I was trying to speak to them incorrectly, or perhaps because they were so protective of him, there was something about them they did not want to talk to me. But then he adopted the magpie from the bird sanctuary, the large building we passed, a hatchling by the name of Jade.
Yeah.
And I can speak to Jade. The hatchling that was not part of his flock of magpies I can speak to, but the ones that follow them, that watch everyone constantly, I don't know what they are.
See, do you get like a very unnerving feeling around them? Like the feathers. Well, I don't really know if you have feathers on your back, but feathers on my back, yes. Every time I see them, I feel them raise. It's just something that's too uncanny about them. They're watching for too long. They're staying for too long. They're following him for too long. They're not like other birds and just see shiny things all the time.
I know exactly what you mean. They don't act the way they should. You're right. It is uncanny. They're unsettling.
I think. Okay, this might sound a little crazy, but I think I might know a bit why they unsettle me. I have a flock of birds that follow me as well, but I seem to be the only one to see them.
I was going to say
I
that it's
can't
not...
even touch them. They're a little bit everywhere for me, and they talk to me. But when I'm with other people, I try to ignore them a bit more, because I don't want to sound crazy. And they follow me, they disappear sometimes, but sometimes they just slightly reappear and kind of follow me, the way vast magpies do. And I don't know what exactly they are. They seem like kind of little wisps, kind of the stories of will-o-wisps, I guess, maybe trying to guide me to something or whatever, but they also sometimes watch me like some of Vast's magpies.
Yes.
And again, I don't know if they're hallucinations from my part, but it's the fact that they're too similar.
I see.
And I don't like that.
I cannot understand why you would not. I mean, I speak to corvids, but to be sort of haunted, I suppose, by these spectral birds, Erin, that sounds unsettling. I'm so sorry.
Like I know one of them is trying to tell me that they want me safe. The whole time we were flying and gathering crystals, they quite enjoy your presence.
I am glad, and I suppose it seems like you have a better relationship with them than Bast's magpies, even if they are similar.
Wish I knew what they were. Might have been something that happened before. Like I said, magic sometimes doesn't like to mix. But sometimes you force them together like oil and water, and something unexpected happens.
I think the way you speak of magic, it is similar to how I have been, the things I have been researching and the way I'm trying to understand it. I suppose, can I show you some of my research as I have come to understand it, I suppose?
Absolutely.
Just upstairs at the wall. I don't remember how much I may have shown you before, but here on the wall, I've been piecing things together, I suppose.
I kind of see what you mean with crystals and floating islands, levels of atheism. Cool.
There's something about these kinds of magic, like you were talking about, things that don't mix and shouldn't mix, but have been like oil and water emulsified together. It is channeled, I suppose, by the crystals. I think that is why the flight crystals are the way that they are, and why amethysts seem to mirror their structural patterns. There is something about these kinds of magics that should not mix, but at the same time is all from a similar source, and I don't... There are pieces that I am missing. There is... I found a book, or a series of books, I suppose, that are in this chest here, and there were a few that seemed promising, but Vast borrowed them. And I am beginning to wonder if perhaps this was a mistake to so clearly share my research. There's something bigger at play, and I don't fully understand what it is, but I know that magic is at the heart of it.
Maybe I can help.
I would certainly appreciate any help that I can get to the point.
Does Pietro know about any of this?
Bits and pieces, mostly just what they've walked past or seen me working on. They're sort of preoccupied by their own research with redstone and bird sanctuaries and
I
all sorts of
can
things.
kind of see the redstone from here.
Yes, I suppose in the way that in a similar manner that I tend to get fixated on things like the crystals and the way they channel magic, and I stick with it for days on end and I don't sleep. Pietro sort of bounces between these periods of fascination with various things. First it was eggs, and then it was baking for a while back at the last place we were, and then now it seems to be redstone. But I'm sort of stuck with these crystals and this magic because it's not fitting together in the way that it should.
I agree. And besides, if we can figure out whatever the magpies actually are, and if they are connected to magic, and if Vast is connected to magic, maybe we can figure out why I have these birds around me if they're so similar. Yeah.
So much of it seems to come back to Vast. It seems, you know, the levels of avianism that I was researching sort of brought upon by the bizarre traits that he has. And
yeah, I saw one of the ones you have on your mural. It seems to be about this kind of membrane over the eye.
yes, the nictitating membrane. It is a biological adaptation in some bird species. A third eyelid, I suppose, that sort of can be equipped and retracted when flying to stop debris from getting caught in the eye. But he has one permanently, and I've never seen it before. Before now, Pietro, I believe, was the most avian-like person I'd ever met. But again, things that shouldn't be mixing are, and all of it seems to be stepping back to this settlement and the people here. Even, I mean, you to an extent, the spectral birds. It's something that, in all the years that I've sort of been surrounded by these sorts of research, I haven't heard of anything like this, and like what you're going through. And it's,
if there's anything I can do to help, I would love to. This magic stuff seems like a lot. If you need to work on it, I would gladly help you collect things, more crystals, more anything. Just
Yes, likewise,
trying
if
to know where.
if there is anything I can do to help with, I mean, I suppose I have been offering to help with the more artistic endeavors, but with these birds and and your necklace, if there is anything I can do to help Erin, I trust you, and I am willing to help.
I'm gonna be perfectly honest. It's difficult for me to trust, but I trust you enough. And thank you for the help.
I value the trust you have placed in me. I understand that for many it does not come as freely as I tend to, but
besides, if we both have sleepless nights, now we'll have something extra to talk about. I'll just come visit more.
yes, as it was as well. You are always welcome, especially in the office when I am working on these sorts of things, I suppose. Although I don't know how much I actually should be leaving out. I have a notebook here, and perhaps I should not be leaving it around and in
especially not at
uncoded
the
language.
page where it talks about vast.
I did not leave it on this page. In fact, I don't remember leaving it open. The last time I used this was prior to Bust coming to borrow books. I don't know. Perhaps I will come up with some kind of way to code or cipher my notes. But
Possibly. But at least now you have someone extra that can help look out. Maybe talking out loud might help you figure out some things, or just having another point of view is always good.
yes, I know.
Going in pairs. And if you ever need to fly out, I would gladly fly with you and try. I might not be very strong with my flight. I do have a bad left wing, but at least try and prevent you from crashing into more walls, as you almost did at the
I would certainly appreciate that, yes. It would be useful to have someone else to go flying with, yes. And your insight is always very appreciated.
No. So maybe, like you said, maybe try to keep the books that you have out or don't want anyone to see around. Maybe keep it on you, keep it slightly more hidden.
Yes, even some of these. Actually, one of these books does not particularly need to be hidden. It is the title was promising. It turns out that it is in fact a very trashy romance book. It's very well written. It's very entertaining, but it is not exactly magically significant in any way.
Know what? I'm gonna put this back in the chest.
The only reason it is still in the chest, other than the fact that I have read it once or twice already, is that I don't entirely know if I want to put it back on the shelves. It's not exactly the image that the library seeks to cultivate.
This is the library. I'm surprised you don't have more of that genre.
I feel like we probably do. I mentioned this to Peter. Our organization system is very non-existent at this point in time. There could be any number of books that we have in this library, and I would honestly have no idea where they are or what they are about.
Look, at this point, with as much time as I spend at the library making ink, now that I'm just gonna, I guess, spend here trying to help you figure out magic shit, I can definitely try and get you some organization.
Yes, I would appreciate that. We have a sort of ledger, I suppose, that when we find new books, we do write them down, but it is then they're then just sort of shoved onto shelves wherever we have space. We do really need to take some time to puzzle them together.
Sounds good to me.
Yes. Thank you for coming out with me today, Erin. I appreciate you helping me look for these things, and it has been good to know that I am not the only one who seems off-put by the magpies around us, both avian and bird.
If I ever see anything weird about them, I'll definitely tell you.
Yes, and likewise, I will let you know if there is anything untoward that I notice.
It's kind of fun to have this sort of little mission to work on.
Yes, I suppose it is something to drive towards.
And I do hope we see it to completion.
Yes,
We sure as hell will try.
I hope so too, yes. I don't see myself resting properly until it is, to some extent, solved.
I will see you later then, I guess.
Yes, I suppose so. I will see you around there, and I said you're welcome back to the
If I
library
can't sleep
anytime.
tonight, I'll...
Yes, I should be much the
if I
same.
can't
will
sleep
be-
tonight, I know where I'll come take a bit of time and relax.
Yes, it was good to see you again.
It was great to talk to you about all of this.
Likewise,
Thank you.
anytime.
See you around.
See you around. I am not the only one. I am not going fucking insane. Okay, Vast is definitely suspicious. Vast knows what he's doing. The birds, there's something about the birds, and I don't know what it is, but they are wrong. They are uncanny, and they are unnatural. It is wrong. Vast knows more than he is letting on. And I don't know who else also knows more. Is Rune in on it? They seem close, and Rune is close with Sylph, and Ava, and hell, even Marcel to an extent. Everyone knows each other, and I don't know who knows what. Who can be trusted here? I wish I had an answer, and I wish there were more people who I considered friends that I could entirely trust, but I don't know anymore. I don't know how many people here might be lying directly to my face, and as long as I have Pietro, and it seems like now I may even have Erin to rely upon, but I don't. As much as I do not want to live my life in paranoia, it is becoming harder and harder every day to not feel like everyone around me is keeping secrets about the very thing that is keeping us in the sky. And I am terrified that someday, because of these secrets, we are all going to be dragged into that miserable fucking void. I am not going to let that happen. I'm not going to let Vast or anyone else take this life away from me that I have built.